We'll get started in just a moment. Good morning. Welcome to this conversation. My name is Sean Murphy, and I want to welcome you to a different kind of meditation. You won't hear the usual affirmations. You're going to be thinking differently as we begin this process. You won't be told to just think positive. This meditation is built to go deeper into the layers of your nervous system, where performance, shame, and silence got wired in before you even had a choice. I've spent over 3 decades helping high achievers, executives, entrepreneurs, purpose-driven professionals to rewire their subconscious programs, the ones that block their success, especially the hidden loops of unworthiness and overperformance. I call this work personal undevelopment. You don't need more hustle. You need to unhook, disconnect from those stories that told you you're only valuable when you're active, or you're earning, or you're people pleasing. This meditation draws on the neuroscience, nervous system regulation, brain talk, and subconscious retraining. It's part of the NES program, Neuro-Energetic Self-Sculpting, designed to help you to rewire the internal dialogue that drives how we show up in business and leadership and in life in general, in your personal life and social life. So if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've done the inner work and still feel like something is holding you back, this is the layering most people miss. So let's get started. Take a big breath. Settle in, become aware. Feel your clothes on your shoulder. Feel the chair or the bed against your body. Breathe in awareness and imagine exhaling disconnection. With every exhale, you become closer connected to the you that only needs to be remembered. So welcome to this meditation. You're entering a space of safety, a space where your worth is not up for negotiation, a space where performance is not a prerequisite for belonging. Today we begin by letting go of these loops that run in our life, these loops that keep us small, of the hidden shame that whispers, I must do more, be more, prove more, just to be enough. This is where that story ends. So inhale for 4 seconds. Hold it. Exhale for 6, 2, 1. Hold it. Become focused on your breath. Return to normal breathing. With each breath, allow your nervous system to soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw release. You are safe here. You are whole here. Nothing to fix. Nothing to prove. Just you. Present and worthy. Feel that with each breath. Now, gently bring your mind to a part of yourself you've been hiding. Bring your awareness, bring your mind to that part of yourself you've been hiding, a version of you that you have judged. Or a moment where shame crept in and silenced your truth. What part of you have you been hiding? That version that you judged. See it clearly now, without judgment. Just observe. See it without judgment, just observing that version of you that silenced you or kept you hidden. And now repeat silently in that beautiful mind of yours these words: I forgive the version of me that performed for acceptance. I forgive the version of me that performed for acceptance. I release the belief that I had to be perfect to be loved. I release the belief that I had to be perfect to be loved. I honor the truth I silenced, and I let it speak again. I honor the truth I silenced, and I let it speak again. I do not have to carry their projections anymore. I do not have to carry their projections anymore. Feel these words settle in your body. Notice any shift, subtle or strong. Let it be enough. Now just pay attention to the shift in your body. I'll say these words again. No need to repeat them. They'll go directly to your subconscious. I forgive the version of me that performed for acceptance. I release, and I realize the belief that I had to be perfect to be loved. I honor the truth that I silenced, and I let it speak again. I do not have to carry their projections of me anymore. Now, with this subtle awareness, with this shift in our body, with intention, hear these words. Feel free to say them. You can just let them echo within you. I am safe in my truth. My presence is valuable, even in stillness. I do not shrink, I expand. I do not have to earn my place. I already belong. I am no longer the version of me who had to disappear to survive. I am safe in my truth. My presence is valuable even in stillness. I do not shrink, I expand. I don't have to earn my place. I already belong. I am no longer the version of me who had to disappear to survive. Feel the truth in each of these statements. Let them land in your breath, in your bones, in your being. This isn't hype. This is a return to your wholeness, to your completeness. Listen to these words. Just let them flow into your cells, into your awareness. As you rise today, bring this truth with you. You are not here to perform. You are here to live. You are here to love. You are here to express what no one else can. And your freedom begins when you no longer let shame lead the conversation. So walk today as if the world has already welcomed you, because the truth has already welcomed you. Feel this awareness. Feel this connection to your true, authentic self. Nothing to do more of, only to remember. So slowly become aware. Feel this energy awake in your body. Feel this intention your body has to live authentically. Slowly open your eyes. Feel yourself connected. Look for things that are green in your room to activate your prefrontal cortex, your consciously decision, that part of you that decides to be your best version. Feel yourself stretch, awaken, and become aware. And let me share with you what just happened. What just transpired? What just happened wasn't a calming. It was really a recalibration. During the meditation, we accessed your limbic system, the emotional center of your brain. We slowed your breath, which activated your vagus nerve, shifting you from sympathetic fight or flight state into the parasympathetic zone, also called social engagement state. That's the part of your nervous system that allows you to feel safe, expressive, and open. When we layered in the affirmations, we weren't just thinking them, you were letting them sink beneath the surface of your reticular formation, a brain stem region that filters what your subconscious focuses on all day. This is how we prime your system to expect safety, to reorganize opportunity and stop defaulting to old fear-based behaviors rooted in shame. You may have noticed some emotions surface. That's normal. Shame is often stored as pre-verbal energy, meaning that it was installed before you had words to defend yourself. But this morning, you gave it language, you gave it breath, and that rewiring process begins now. You didn't heal all in this one session. You did something more powerful. You told your body a new story. And because of that, your brain can now start organizing around a new identity, one that doesn't have to perform for love, one that already belongs. So stay soft, become aware, allow this energy to flow into you, drink some water, carry this sense of inner truth with you all day. You don't have to return to that old pattern. You've already started building a new one. Thanks for listening to this. I'm Sean Murphy. I'll see you at the next event, YouTube. I'm going to go have some conversations with my inner circle. Bye for now. Good morning, Misfits. It's ranch day. How are you? What'd you learn? What'd you like? What'd you become aware of? What did you hear different this morning?
Hey, you were right.
What? No, don't say that.
You were right. I slept in this morning, and as I was crawling up in bed and thinking about, is that lemon juice gonna is it gonna spark the spark, or what's gonna happen? And I said, you know what, you little bitch, you go up there to the counter and make yourself some goddamn lemon juice. And I did, and it kicked me. I mean, the sourness from the lemon and whatnot kicked me, and went on with the rest of my day. So exactly what you said that will happen happened. I was able to understand that, become aware of that, and not give in, not quit, because yes, it is. It is my second first day. It's my second day one, but I have 200,000 and 24 hours of experience. And yeah, and I just wanted to thank you for letting me know that what's going to happen and how to recognize it, and how to not give in, but actually move forward.
It's kind of funny though when you know that it's coming,
Yeah.
and then it shows up. Now, some people will tell me, well, yeah, but you're preconditioning that. You're already putting that into state. Not really. I'm making you subconsciously aware of a conscious decision that's going to subconsciously try to attack you, and you're going to be consciously aware of the subconscious awareness that you're going to go, oh my gosh. Because if you're not aware that you're going to get attacked, you're going to get attacked and go, this doesn't work. And that happens to all of us. It happens every day, 100 times a day. So imagine if you only had 200,048 hours instead of 960 hours. You could lay in bed, and then what happens is now we got to prove our point. You ever meet somebody who they're dead wrong and they got to prove their point? They're dead wrong. They think they're dead right, and the whole thing is dead. So then what do? We wind up shorting ourselves in something we know that could make a difference, and we're like, well, that doesn't work. That never worked. It only worked one day. And we just start the story, and it's fascinating. And for some people, that goes on for decades. So congratulations. This is the thing that when people ask you, how did you know? When were you aware? I don't know if I was ever aware. I know when I was attacked. I know when I would attack myself. I'm not sure when I would every time I won, but I know when I was getting beaten. And most people don't want to pay attention to when they're getting beaten because they start their pity party. Oh, look at that. Life is terrible for me. So awesome. Congratulations on that awareness.
Yes,
Who else
sir.
thought? Go ahead.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways? Take with yous. Today's Mason's last day. He had to get up early to get in for his music and arts final, where they're talking. I don't even know what they're talking about. He told me, I didn't hear it. I couldn't understand it, I guess, because it was very heady what they were talking about in arts and music. So, but today's his last day of junior year of college, university. And so then he'll be on summer break. He wants to go back to the Mexican restaurant we all went to and have an adult beverage or 2 or 3 or 4. So that'll be fun tonight. Me and Mom will take him and celebrate. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions, take with yous for today?
Hey, listen, if he wants to spend, if he wants to have fun, you better book him a ticket to Belgrade because we're gonna take him around the block. We're gonna show him what's up, man. So,
well, I'd have to extend the return for the recovery.
listen, we're gonna show him what's up. So yeah, he has an open invitation. I mean, all y'all have open invitations to this part of the world. So
I love it.
thank you once again.
Thank you, brother. The key is with understanding this shame. The reason that I really want to dive into this and help reset it at a cellular level, not just a mental level, because nobody wants to admit shame. Shame is such a powerful monster that it has 1,001 faces, it has 1,000,001 colors, and it has 1,000,000,001 feelings. And it gets so linked, it has become such an ingredient of our life. It's almost as if for some people, some of you know this, would know this experience. It's as if you took salt away from them for their food. They put salt on everything and they salt it before they taste it. Anybody know anybody like that? They salt it before they taste it. And some things you know that you're going to go get, it's not to your flavor, so you salt it. My point is that we shame everything we're about to go do before we do it. It's why we say, I can't talk to people, or I'm not good at social media. That is shame speaking. Have you ever tried it? No, I just know I'm not good. I spoke once 13 years ago and I was terrible at it. So for 13 years, you built a shame story. See how this happens? See how we start to season everything with shame? I'm not good enough. I don't like people, or people are brain reset. People don't understand me, or right? This is the seasoning of shame. We wind up seasoning our conversations, our thoughts. Our thoughts are the ones that just get piled on with shame. So be aware of that. What would it feel like to unseason your thoughts from shame? That's what these conversations in the morning do. They help to rewire that part of the brain, that part of the body, because shame is in your body. It doesn't operate in your brain. It operates in a feeling in your body that takes you over and causes you to stop doing what you know you need to do. That makes sense. Be aware of that today. Be happy, excited, ecstatic that you are on a shame detox. And be aware of how things start to look different, smell different, taste different. Literally, the way this changes the frequency in your body is significant. So I love you tons. Yes, Ruth, good morning.
Good morning. I was waiting just to catch a break. So
Okay, good morning.
good morning, good morning. So this shame that is
Yes.
so powerful, I felt a shift for sure this morning. And then I thought, how am I going to keep this feeling?
So who said that?
Mm,
The shame monster.
yeah, the one that doubted it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
All shifts are permanent. Here's the good news about the way God set things up is that we don't go backwards.
mm,
Time, we don't go backwards. Time is a one-directional thing. It's man-made. It's one-directional. When I mean man-made, the hours, the seconds, the minutes. There's just this second. There's just this moment. We don't go backwards. Free will lets us go backwards.
So it's a choice.
It's a choice, wanting to please people. See, if you step into the version of you that felt the shift, now I got to explain it to the 35 people I'm going to be around today. No, you don't have to. They're going to notice something. That's when we say, well, thank you. Did you change your hair? Yeah, why, as a matter of fact, I did. Let them feel as if they're aware. Their awareness allows them to acknowledge something in you, even though it's not even. Like I said, my friends see me often. They go, "Oh my God, you're so skinny. How fat was I when you saw me the last time?" Right? That's my traditional and standard comeback, is to lighten the situation. But when you make the shift, when you make that shift, when you feel that shift change, now the question is why wouldn't I want to keep that?
And when you said, let's celebrate today, um, just to know that I'm just overcoming shame, I thought, oh, that's a different way to look at it.
And again, as we talked about yesterday, and I said to AJ, I said, you probably wake up tomorrow going lemon juice, like that's going to do anything for me. It's true. We have all of these stories, and the challenge is that at 80,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of those are repetitive, and 80% of those are not in our favor. When you really begin to focus and give yourself time and attention on a daily basis, these morning meditations, the body can get aggravated because it feels as if, well, you don't love me anymore. You don't need me anymore. I need you. I just choose for you to go take a break, right? It's our warrior who's 600 feet tall and it is exhausted and can't lift the sword one more time. Yet when we say we're going to shift our identity, it goes into full battle mode.
Mm.
And it comes up with questions of, yeah, but I wonder how I'm going to keep this. You had it. The question is what's going to happen to cause you to lose it?
Mm.
And this is where awareness, when we ask ourselves a question, that's DMN, default mode network.
Mm-hmm.
And it knows how to trigger us based upon our awareness and based upon our capacity to respond to a question. You know, there's some people in your family that you'll ask them a question in a certain way because it pushes their button.
Yes.
Not you, but we know people like that. Our brain has done that to us for millennia. Brain looks for two things. Will it kill me? So it asks questions that can kill us, that we wind up killing ourselves. So therefore we go into fight mode. We go into protection mode. We go into shutdown mode. We go into shame mode. See,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work. See, I told you. And we're like, oh, imagine the kid who tries to go publicly speak in second grade and everybody laughs at him. When do you think they're going to get back on stage? Mm-hmm. Right? Or you look at a Kevin Hart, who was always the shortest kid and had to use humor to protect himself. We all use these things to protect ourselves. right?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we ask ourselves questions, whenever questions run through our conscious awareness, because questions are running through us all the time, it's called nexting. You're listening to my voice, avocado, onion, Pittsburgh, diapers. What did he just say? That was not part of your nexting.
Mm-hmm.
We run about 6 to 7, maybe 8 different versions of the conversation that we're currently in, so that the brain can go, okay, this is Sean. He's talking about this. He's going to go down this path, or this path, so that I can be focusing and paying attention to the surroundings in my environment in case something's going to happen. That's why we need to go to a safe place, so our brain isn't looking for threats, so that we can now threaten it from a different place. That's why all meditations say you're entering a safe place. Usually you're in your home, or you're in a car, you're someplace where you feel secure. We have to remind the brain you're going into a safe place, because you're about to get your butt kicked. Do you ever think about that? How many times do we say it's a safe place? Breathe into it, right? If you're nervous or scared, your adrenaline is running, your breath is, your respiration is advanced, and all of this stuff, and calm yourself. So the reason we do that, the reason that this all goes into this safe calming, is so that the brain doesn't have to act on the environment. If I can't meditate, it's because you're not safe. Period. It's maybe that's a aha for some of you. Maybe it's not. I hope it is. So this is where music, this is where softness, a candle burning, smells, a comfortable smell, all gives the brain a chance to go, okay, so we're not being threatened. The simple fact of meditation, for many people as they begin, is the threat. Oh, you're going to look inside the box. You're going to look inside the box. I don't know what's inside the box. Oh my God, this could kill us. And so therefore we have 1,001 thoughts until we realize we can do this without hurting, harm, or what's the story? What's the story to the old story when you're saying, you're going to leave me behind? I have the perfect story for me. When I was 10 or 11, Mom said, you want to go to the store? You want to go to the mall? Which the mall meant McDonald's. It meant ice cream, because it was a 20-mile trip. And I go inside, run and get changed. And I come outside, standing on the step, and I see my mom. They were in, her friend Joanne Sewell was my mom's friend who was driving, and in her little teal colored blue car, Honda 4-door car station wagon, driving down the driveway. I'm like, okay, so they're just going to the corner store, which is about 2 miles away, and 2 miles back, they're going to get something. I was taking too long. They never came back. The phone rang about 40 minutes later, and I answered it, and Mom's like, sure. I'm like, well, I'm not sure who you think it be. Yes. Oh my God, we forgot you. That one took trauma. That one took a while to unwind that trauma. They just forgot. They just got busy talking about what they were talking about, and off they went. They started talking about their things and completely forgot until they got to the mall.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that one, and I still hear the phone call. I still hear the ring, and I run in to get the phone, right? Because it was a landline. We didn't have cell phones. Yeah. Sean. Yes. Oh my God. And so now she's got to call, make sure I'm okay, and now tell me I'm sorry I forgot you. And she's not coming back to get me to go back. That's 100 miles round trip, right? So anyways. So when we have these silent moments, things like that show up. Oh, remember the last time you were patient? You sat and waited only to find out they forgot you. You know how many times that still pops up. Now I giggle. Didn't giggle for years. Didn't know to giggle. So when you get asked, well, how am I going to keep this? Who wants to take it away from me? What's the story if I choose to keep this present? Goes back to that question I always ask that everybody's like, that's an odd question. Who's going to be jealous if I stay in this state? That's where the attacks come from. The look, the shame look. Yeah, whatever. The shame look, the shame, the sound. Your husband can make a sound that will send you to the moon. You can make a sound that will send him just as well. And that's just a sound. Tilt of your head, a spin of your body.
Or a look.
Or a look. Right? All of those, that triggers us into a less than, aka shame, experience. Ooh, I'm in trouble. No, I'm not operating within the parameters that they set. That's called shame. There's honor and respect, and there's things that you know. If you're called out in the middle of those, either you weren't taught or you're being a little snotty, right? Kids, there's some kids that we see in grocery stores these days that it ain't shame. That's a whole different monster that's breeding in those things. So when we are attempting to elevate ourselves, we're going to get attacked. We're going to get attacked with shame, with distraction. Oh my gosh, every time I go to do this, I spill my coffee. Daniela was spilling coffee for weeks in her car. Weeks. Once, twice a week, spill her coffee. She knows how to drive with coffee. She knows how to. No. Every time we're about to have the breakthrough, we have a breakdown because we don't have the conversation with ourselves. AJ had a conversation with himself going, oh my God, get your butt out of bed. Go make your lemon juice. It's good for your body. You may not even like it today. And he's like, wow, the sour, the taste. But yesterday it was the same lemon juice. I don't know what happened. This is what we need to be aware of. And this happens every day. The fact that you've had this conversation now, you ever have a conversation and you get in trouble for having a conversation? That's what to be prepared for next. Why would you even bring that up? Oh my gosh, that's so stupid to bring that up. I know better. Now I'm embarrassed I brought it up. That's shame. I'm not saying you, other people. Us too. But there's people who argue, who beat the living crap out of themselves for saying something that oh my God, I should have never said that. Now I feel so terrible. Hello? What is this? And you're wondering, this sounds a little over the top. And it is, because they stepped out of the shadow. And when they step out of the shadow, we got to figure out how to get back into the shadow. So we'll ask ourselves questions. Why do we even want to do this? This doesn't work. Oh, okay. And you know it's got to be true. I'm in overalls. That means I'm like wholesome. Got my coveralls on today. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And you as a somewhat perfectionist, right? Because you do, is it accounting?
I was
Yes.
a CPA, yeah.
So as a CPA, numbers don't lie, and the numbers need to be right. So that's been wired into you. So you're taking account of your current situation, and the debit and the credit aren't adding up. So it's out of balance, and now we got to go fix it. You're always in balance. as out of whack and so much credit that you have available to you. You're not in debt, but we say, well, this is too much credit. Oh, you're giving me too much credit. No, you deserve a lot more. You know, when we have too much credit, we say things like, oh, don't worry about it. They weren't worrying about it. You were worrying about it because you said, don't worry about it. Receive it. Well, thank you. I accept that. I don't know what the hell to do with it, but I accept it. You ever get those gifts? It's like, what am I going to do with this now? Then it becomes a trophy. You put it up going, let me tell you a story about this thing. That is an odd gift. Yes, I get those all the time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And this is what happens when we start to have a dialogue with ourselves, not monologues of the beating will continue till morale improves. We start, who said, I wonder how I'm going to keep it. Who said that? Literally, the sheep, the good news is I'm usually around the sheep now when I have these conversations. So it sounds like I'm talking to them. If anybody happened by. Oh my God, aren't you watching the sheep? What are you doing distracting me like that? You're going to miss a high kick. Literally, it's these kinds of conversations. It's fun. It's really comical. There's times I'll just be laughing and Michelle will call me or something because we're connected. And she'll go, what are you doing? I go, what did you feel? She said, are you laughing? And I'm giggling, going, yeah. She says, okay. I was told to call you. I'm like, okay, good. You want to hear what I want? Then you guys know Michelle. You want to hear what I was talking about? No. Okay. So there's that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Enjoy your day.
Yes, I will.
All right, everybody. There's your conversation. And again, shame is it's the seasoning, it is the salt, it's part of almost everything we do. The resistance we feel, the delay we feel, that's shame. When you sit down and you write out a goal, and what you're writing out the goal, what you are writing into the goal, as you write it, as you speak it, as you feel it, is you're adding in the shame ingredient that will keep you from it. No, I'm not. What's your percentage of conversion from setting a goal to achieving? Oh, well, it's very hard for me to achieve my goals. That is shame, period. And the faster we become aware of that, it's not your ability, it's not your script, it's not your tone. I can give you the world's greatest script. If you have doubt, it doesn't matter how great the words are. Words are 7% of our model. The tone and the timbre and the timing and the inflection. There's 93% of success is everything other than the words. So when we write out a goal, that is 7% of the success of the goal. And we keep focusing and beating ourselves up. I got to get better words. I got to get a better script. How do I say it better? How do I say it better? A strategy is good. This is where all of the other things that we're working on, that you are taught, that you see in society, gratitude and blessings and daily affirmations. It's all about putting your state of intention in place to override shame. So I'm your shame awakening, taking them for a walk, hopefully sometimes down a short pier. I'm your head brain training misfit. I'll see you all where?
Next
At
event.
the next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. We love you, Mark.
Pura
And some
vida.
Lydias. Peace.
Peace be with us.
Peace be with us.
And the queen of helping you unlock your highest potential, Jessie Lee Ward.
Awesome.
Bosley, and a little white fluffy.
Gurgle, gurgle,
Gurgling,
gurgle.
gurgling, gurgling.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Little mastermind conversation. Love you tons. Till then, enjoy your day. Bye for now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.